Episode 9 is said to be the darkest film of the sequel trilogy by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to use the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren in this story after The Force Awakens. So, in The Force Awakens, we only got a glimpse of the Knights of Ren in that story, and now they will be a significant part of Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren, and a huge hint and or indicator of the last names of the Knights of Ren in this movie. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren wielding an ignited lightsaber and holding it up in the air, with his Knights of Ren all bowing down to him. It's described that Kylo appears to be in front of a burning village with dead bodies in the background. It's said to take place during a major thunderstorm. The next goes over a front view of the Knights, to which they are described as Kato Adachi, Kane Tanaka, Zara Ren, Mika Sato, Kylo Ren, Shiro Moto, Hiro Yoshida, and the next goes over Zara Ren and Mika Sato handing a relic to Kylo that appears to be a large metallic box of some kind that holds something very valuable. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why this most definitely fits with what big plans J.J. Abrams has for Episode 9, one of which is that the whole Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren dynamic of this story is going to have a lot of samurai and Japanese elements to it. And I think that this is honestly very interesting that the names of the Knights of Ren, or at the very least the code names, we're not quite sure if these are the actual names that are going to be used in the movie, or if these are just placeholders and or code names of the Knights of Ren in Episode 9. Now, a couple of weeks ago we went over the first names of the Knights, which you guys may have actually found to be very familiar with in this actual video right now. But the last names are still Japanese names, Japanese surnames if you will, that are being used for the Knights in Episode 9. So like I say, the last name that I do find very interesting is of course Zara. Why is Zara called Zara Ren, just like Kylo Ren, where the others are not? That's the thing that I find very interesting, is why is of course only two of the Knights between both Kylo and Zara only named as Ren. So you would figure that all the Knights would be called, you know, with the last name being Ren. Kind of like Kato Ren, Kane Ren, Kylo Ren, you name it. So I think that what J.J. Abrams is doing here, it seems as though that these are code names in my opinion. These could absolutely be the real names used in Episode 9, but I believe that these are the code names for this movie. Kind of similar to how Mara is the code name of Kerry Russell's character in Episode 9. I feel like that these are code names of the Knights of Ren, especially their last names. Now, the last names, alright, I do find very interesting. Kato Adachi, Kane Tanaka, Zara Ren, Mika Sato, Kylo Ren, Shiro Moto, and Hiro Yoshida. I find to be very intriguing. I honestly like the way they sound. It rolls off the tongue and it sounds very samurai-esque. And that's exactly what JJ and Chris Terrio are aiming to do in this movie. The whole Kylo Ren and Knights of Ren angle to Star Wars is going to have heavy Japanese/samurai elements to this story. In fact, be picked up in Episode 9. Which is to my belief that is indeed a flash forward at the time in The Force Awakens. So you can really see what JJ's trying to do. He's trying to really fill in the gaps of those flashback sequences that we got in Episode 7 and Episode 8 in order to create a full story of the past. And you know, I'm only waiting once Episode 9 drops for somebody to edit all these flashback scenes together in order. I think somebody's going to do that very well. Now, when we look at Kylo Ren, we do know that he's giving the Knights of Ren a very big and specific mission in this movie after coming back from the Beyond. You guys may have actually went over the last video, how we went over Kylo Ren actually does choke the lead Knight of Ren, which could very well be Kerry Russell's Mara for all we know. but I'm starting to believe that perhaps, you know, the character of Mara is not going to be a Knight of Ren. We've been hearing that a lot of her other outfits in this movie consist of a purple suit of some kind, like purple armor or something like that, where she's actually using that on the battlefield in the third act of the movie with a large blaster rifle. So I believe that Mara is going to be more around the lines of a bounty hunter. That's just my guess. She could be a Knight of Ren, though she does have scenes with Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and Mark Hamill. I think that there's something else going on there. So when we look at the Knights of Ren, guys, I cannot wait to see the promotional material for these characters. Once Star Wars Celebration hits, we're going to get a first look at the Knights of Ren. We're going to get our very first look at the poster of the movie. I mean, big things are happening in just over 1 month from now. We're going to see a lot of Episode 9 related content, and I couldn't wait anymore. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.